Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic and beloved coins in recent American history, the 2021 United States $quarter, famously known as the Crossing the Delaware coin. If you're someone who loves the fascinating blend of art, history, and value all rolled into one small piece of metal, then buckle up, because this coin has some incredible stories and surprising details that you don't want to miss. This 2021 quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which honors national parks and historic sites across the country. But this particular quarter is special for a number of reasons. The design captures the legendary moment from December 25, 1776, when General George Washington made his daring and strategic crossing of the Delaware River during the Revolutionary War, a pivotal turning point that ultimately helped shape the United States. The reverse side of this coin is a masterpiece, portraying Washington and his troops braving the icy river. The intricate detailing captures the determination and grit of that historic night. The artistry makes this coin a favorite not just among numismatists, but also history lovers who appreciate how coins can tell powerful stories. Now, let's talk about the rarity and collector appeal. The 2021 Crossing the Delaware quarter was minted in large numbers, as quarters usually are, but that doesn't mean every coin is created equal. The key to collecting value lies in condition and unique characteristics. Most circulated quarters trade hands for just their face value, 25 cents, but the story gets exciting when we dig deeper into mint errors and special editions. Among collectors, mint errors can turn an ordinary coin into a true treasure. For the 2021 Delaware quarter, there have been reports of certain minting anomalies like double dies, off-center strikes, and variations in the edge lettering. These errors are not common, which means if you have a quarter with one of these unique features, it could be worth far more than just its face value. One of the more intriguing variants discovered is a double die reverse, where the image of Washington and the icy river appears slightly doubled, creating a ghost-like effect. Coins with this error have attracted significant attention at auction houses, sometimes selling for hundreds of dollars, depending on the coin's grade and appeal. Another factor that can dramatically boost the value is the coin's mint mark and production location. The 2021 quarter was produced at several mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. San Francisco minted coins, especially those struck as proof coins, often carry a premium because they are struck with special care and have a mirror-like finish. Proof versions of this quarter are especially prized. They are made for collectors with a higher level of detail and sharpness and come packaged in protective cases. A 2021 proof Crossing the Delaware quarter in pristine condition can fetch anywhere from $10 to $30 on the market, sometimes more if it has exceptional quality. But what about the overall value of this coin? Well, in the general market, a standard circulating 2021 Crossing the Delaware quarter usually holds a value close to its face value, about 25 cents. However, coins in uncirculated mint state condition, meaning they show no wear and retain all their original luster, can be worth around $1 to $3. If you are lucky enough to find a coin with a mint error or one that's graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC in a high mint state grade, say MS 69 or MS 70, the value can increase dramatically. At auctions, these high-grade or error coins have sold for prices ranging from $100 to $300, depending on rarity and demand at the time. Collectors who focus on historical themes, especially those tied to the Revolutionary War, often seek out this quarter for its rich story and beautiful design. The combination of history, artistry, and potential for rarity makes the 2021 Crossing the Delaware quarter a must-watch in the numismatic community. So, if you have a handful of quarters lying around, or maybe an entire roll, take a moment to inspect them closely. Look for those subtle errors, check the mint marks, and see if any stand out with a sharper detail or unusual characteristics. You might just have a hidden gem in your pocket or piggy bank. To sum it up, while most 2021 Crossing the Delaware quarters trade at face value, uncirculated examples and especially error coins can be worth anywhere from a few dollars to several $100s at auction. Proof coins, particularly those in top condition, often sell for around $10 to $30. And the rarest mint error coins can push well beyond that, capturing the attention of serious collectors who recognize their uniqueness. Top 2, we're traveling back in time to explore a classic piece of American history, the 1981 United States quarter dollar. This coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but trust me, for collectors and enthusiasts, it holds a special place. So listen closely, because this could be a hidden gem in your collection, or maybe even your pocket. The 1981 quarter is part of the regular Washington quarter series, which has been minted since 1932. This series itself has a rich legacy, honoring the first President of the United States, George Washington. The obverse features Washington's iconic profile, while the reverse shows the classic eagle with outstretched wings, a design that coin collectors recognize instantly. Now, 1981 was an interesting year for quarters. The U.S. Mint produced millions of these coins for circulation, but what makes certain quarters from this year more desirable is their condition, mint location, and rare mint errors. Most quarters you'll find from 1981 are common and typically worth their face value, 25 cents. However, some special varieties and uncirculated coins can fetch a lot more. Collectors always pay close attention to the mint mark, which tells you where the coin was struck. The 1981 quarter was minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked with AD, and San Francisco, marked with an S. Philadelphia coins are usually more common, while the San Francisco coins, primarily produced for collectors as proofs, often come with a higher value, especially when they are in mint condition. One fascinating aspect that adds to the value of a 1981 quarter is the existence of mint errors. Errors during the minting process can create unique coins that stand out. For example, double die errors, where the design elements appear doubled or blurry, can turn a typical quarter into a rare collectible. There have been some documented cases of 1981 quarters showing slight doubling on the obverse, making these coins highly sought after. Another intriguing error to watch for is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin isn't perfectly aligned in the press, causing part of the design to be missing or shifted. Off-center strikes on 1981 quarters are rare and can significantly boost the coin's value. The condition of the coin plays a huge role as well. Most quarters found in circulation show signs of wear, which diminishes their collector value. However, uncirculated coins, those that haven't been used and retain their original mint luster, are much more valuable. Coins graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC in high mint state conditions like MS 65 or above are particularly prized. Proof coins, struck primarily in San Francisco, are also a favorite among collectors. These coins have a mirror-like finish and razor-sharp details, making them visually stunning. A 1981 proof quarter in perfect condition can bring a premium compared to standard circulation coins. So, what does this all mean in terms of real-world value? Let's break it down. Typical circulated 1981 quarters are worth just their face value of 25 cents. But if you have a 1981 quarter in uncirculated condition, especially from Denver or Philadelphia, you could expect anywhere from $1 to $3 in the market. Proof coins from San Francisco are generally worth between $5 and $10, depending on condition and demand. Coins graded at the highest levels can command even higher prices among serious collectors. Now, when it comes to mint errors, things get really interesting. A 1981 quarter with a noticeable double die or an off-center strike can sell at auction for anywhere between $50 to several $100, depending on the severity of the error and the coin's overall condition. The rarest and most striking errors might even cross the $1,000 mark, especially if certified by a professional grading service. For collectors who love the story behind the coins, the 1981 quarter offers a glimpse into everyday America in the early 1980s. It's a coin that bridges the past and present, showing how even the most common items can hold stories and value if you know what to look for. So, if you have a stash of quarters, take a close look at any 1981 coins. Check for mint marks, look for any unusual doubling or misprints, and see how shiny and well-preserved they are. You might just be holding a little piece of history that's worth a lot more than you think. To wrap it up, most 1981 quarters trade at face value, but uncirculated coins can be worth a few dollars each. Proof coins from San Francisco generally fetch between $5 to $10, while mint error coins, especially double dies and off-center strikes, can reach hundreds or even exceed $1,000 at auction, depending on rarity and condition. Top 3. We're focusing on a classic piece of American currency that many of you might have stashed away without realizing its potential, the 1994 United States quarter dollar. If you're passionate about coins and love the thrill of discovering hidden treasures, then you're going to want to pay close attention. This quarter may seem everyday, but it has some fascinating qualities that make it stand out in the world of numismatics. The 1994 quarter is part of the long-running Washington Quarter series, which has been circulating since 1932. This series honors George Washington, America's first president, and features his iconic profile on the obverse side. The reverse side of the 1994 quarter showcases the classic eagle with outstretched wings, a design that has become synonymous with American quarters for decades. While the design might look familiar, what really makes certain 1994 quarters special is their condition, mint marks, and especially the rare mint errors that can turn a common coin into a collector's dream. In 1994, the U.S. Mint produced millions of quarters at 3 major mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. While most 1994 quarters were minted for circulation, a smaller number were specially produced as proof coins for collectors, which often carry a higher value due to their superior craftsmanship and limited quantities. So, what makes the 1994 quarter rare or valuable? Let's talk about mint errors first. Coins are made by machines, and occasionally mistakes happen. For collectors, these errors are like gold mines because they are unique and often very rare. One of the most sought-after errors on the 1994 quarter is the double die variety. This occurs when the die used to stamp the coin's design shifts slightly during the minting process, creating a doubling effect on certain parts of the coin, usually noticeable in the lettering or numbers. Double die quarters can command significant premiums because they're considered mistakes that slip through quality control. Another interesting mint error to look out for on 1994 quarters is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin isn't properly aligned in the minting press, resulting in part of the design missing or shifted. Off-center strikes can range from barely noticeable to quite dramatic, and the more pronounced the error, the more valuable the coin tends to be. The condition of the coin also plays a huge role in determining its value. Circulated quarters, which show signs of wear and tear from everyday use, are generally worth only their face value, 25 cents. But uncirculated quarters, which have never been used and still hold their original mint luster, can fetch a much higher price. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC certify these coins and assign them a grade from 1 to 70, with coins graded 65 or higher being particularly desirable. Proof coins from San Francisco minted in 1994 are especially prized by collectors. These coins have a mirror-like finish and sharp details, making them visually stunning. A 1994 proof quarter in pristine condition often sells for more than regular quarters due to its limited production and collector demand. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the actual market value and auction prices. If you have a regular circulated 1994 quarter, it's usually worth about 25 cents, the face value. But if you own an uncirculated example, especially with a high grade, its market value typically ranges from $1 to $5, depending on condition. Proof quarters from 1994 usually sell in the range of $5 to $15, with exceptionally well-preserved coins sometimes fetching even more. Coins that display clear and attractive double die errors or are significantly off-center can be worth much more, often selling at auction between $50 and several $100s, depending on the rarity and quality of the error. The rarest and most dramatic mint error coins, especially those certified by professional grading services, have been known to sell for well over $1,000 in some cases, especially if the error is striking and the coin is in excellent condition. These coins are like the holy grails for error coin collectors. What makes the 1994 quarter truly interesting is that it sits at a crossroads of modern coin collecting. It's recent enough that many people might have these coins tucked away without much thought, but old enough that uncirculated and error examples are becoming scarce. For collectors who appreciate history, rarity, and unique minting quirks, the 1994 quarter offers a lot to explore. So next time you're digging through your coin jars, take a close look at any 1994 quarters you come across. Check the mint marks, inspect for doubling effects in the lettering, and look for any signs of off-center strikes or other anomalies. Even if you find just one uncirculated example or a subtle error, you might be holding onto something much more valuable than you realize. To sum it up, most 1994 quarters in circulation are worth their face value of 25 cents. Uncirculated examples usually trade between $1 and $5. Proof coins can bring anywhere from $5 to $15 depending on condition. But mint error coins, especially those with double dies or significant off-center strikes, can fetch anywhere from $50 to several $100s at auction. The rarest certified error coins sometimes go beyond $1,000, making them highly prized finds. Top 4. We're turning back the clock to explore a classic piece of American currency, the 1979 United States quarter dollar. This coin may seem like just another everyday quarter, but listen closely because it hides some fascinating secrets that make it a must-watch for collectors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your collection, this coin holds stories and surprises that might just blow your mind. The 1979 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been around since 1932. On the front, you'll see the timeless profile of George Washington, our nation's first president, designed to honor his legacy. The reverse side features the iconic eagle with spread wings, symbolizing strength and freedom, an image that has defined American quarters for decades. While the design is classic, what really draws collectors to the 1979 quarter are the subtle variations and potential errors that can transform a simple coin into a valuable treasure. In 1979, the U.S. Mint produced quarters at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins do not have a mint mark, Denver coins bear a D, and San Francisco coins carry an S. While Philadelphia and Denver quarters were primarily intended for circulation, San Francisco minted coins were mostly proof coins, crafted for collectors with superior quality and detail. These proof coins often command a higher value, especially when they are in pristine condition. Now, what really makes the 1979 quarter exciting are the mint errors and rarities that exist. Mint errors occur when something goes slightly wrong during the production process, resulting in unique variations. These are the holy grails for collectors because errors are unexpected and often rare. One of the most sought-after error types for the 1979 quarter is the double die. This happens when the die used to strike the coin shifts, causing certain design elements, like the lettering or numbers, to appear doubled. This kind of error adds an intriguing dimension to the coin and can significantly increase its value. Another fascinating error to watch for is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin isn't perfectly aligned in the minting press, leading to a portion of the design being missing or shifted. Off-center strikes can vary from subtle to very dramatic, and the more extreme the error, the more prized the coin is by collectors. There's also the rare possibility of a repunched mint mark on some 1979 quarters, where the mint mark appears doubled or blurred due to multiple impressions by the minting press. These subtle details can make a coin stand out and catch the eye of a keen collector. Of course, condition is everything when it comes to value. Most 1979 quarters you'll find in circulation show wear and tear, which generally keeps their value close to face value, 25 cents. But uncirculated coins, those that have never been used and still retain their original mint shine, are much more valuable. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC with high grades, especially MS 65 and above, are highly sought after. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are especially collectible. These coins have a mirror-like finish, sharp details, and are often sold in protective packaging. A 1979 proof quarter in flawless condition is worth significantly more than the average circulation coin. Now, let's get to the numbers and real-world market values, because that's what every collector wants to know. A typical circulated 1979 quarter is worth about its face value, 25 cents. However, uncirculated quarters can fetch anywhere from $1 to $5 depending on their grade, and I appeal proof quarters from the San Francisco Mint usually sell in the range of $5 to $15, with top-grade examples sometimes going for even more. Mint errors like doubled dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks can greatly increase a coin's value. Depending on the rarity and condition, these error coins can sell for anywhere between $50 to several $100s at auction. The most spectacular and well-preserved examples might even break the $1,000 barrier, especially if certified by a reputable grading service. What makes the 1979 quarter truly captivating is that it blends history, art, and the excitement of discovery. It's a coin that many people might overlook, but with a little knowledge and a sharp eye, it could become a prized piece in your collection. So, next time you stumble upon a 1979 quarter, whether in your change or a coin jar, take a moment to examine it closely. Check the mint mark, look for any doubling or unusual features, and see if it has the luster of an uncirculated or proof coin. You might just have a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. To sum it all up, most 1,979 quarters in circulation are worth 25 cents. Uncirculated coins typically trade for $1 to $5. Proof coins from San Francisco often fetch $5 to $15. And mint error coins, especially those with double dies or off-center strikes, can sell from $50 to several $100s, with the rarest examples reaching well over $1,000. Top 5, and last coin, we're taking a close look at a coin that many people overlook but that holds a special place in American numismatics, the 1973 United States quarter dollar. This coin might be sitting quietly in your coin jar or forgotten in a collection somewhere, but trust me, if you're a collector or even a casual coin lover, you'll want to listen carefully because this coin has some secrets worth discovering. The 1973 quarter is part of the classic Washington quarter series, which started way back in 1932. The obverse side proudly features George Washington, the founding father and first president of the United States, a profile that's instantly recognizable. On the reverse side, you'll find the majestic eagle with outstretched wings, an emblem of strength, freedom, and America's spirit. While the design remained consistent for many years, what makes the 1973 quarter special for collectors are the subtle differences, mint marks, and the rare errors that can turn a common coin into something truly valuable. In 1973, the U.S. Mint produced quarters at 3 mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia quarters typically have no mint mark, Denver coins carry a D, and San Francisco coins are marked with an S. The Philadelphia and Denver quarters were mainly for circulation, while the San Francisco Mint focused on producing proof coins. These are specially made coins with a higher quality finish and sharper details, intended for collectors. Now, let's get into the heart of why the 1973 quarter can be so interesting. Mint errors and variations are what truly make some of these coins rare and highly prized. Errors happen during the production process, sometimes when dies get misaligned or the metal blanks aren't properly handled. For collectors, these errors are like little nuggets of history and uniqueness that can skyrocket the coin's value. One of the most sought-after errors on the 1973 quarter is the double die variety. This happens when the die used to stamp the coin's design shifts slightly, causing the lettering or numbers to appear doubled or blurry. On some 1973 quarters, this doubling is most noticeable in the date or the words, Liberty and, In God We Trust. Coins showing a clear double die error are rare and highly desirable among collectors. Another eye-catching error is the off-center strike. Imagine a coin that wasn't perfectly centered when it was stamped, resulting in part of the design missing or cut off. The off-center strikes can vary from minor shifts to dramatic misalignments, and the more pronounced the error, the higher its value tends to be. Then there's the repunched mint mark error. This subtle mistake happens when the mint mark is stamped more than once, leaving overlapping or doubled impressions of the letter D or S. These repunched mint marks are small details that expert collectors look for, and they can add a surprising premium to a 1973 quarter's value. Of course, the overall condition of the coin has a major impact on its worth. Most 1973 quarters found in circulation show the usual signs of wear, scratches, loss of shine, and faded details, which generally keeps their value close to their face value, 25 cents. But if you happen to have a 1973 quarter in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used and retains that original mint luster, then you're looking at a coin that could be worth a good deal more. Uncirculated coins are often graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, which assign grades from 1 to 70. High-grade coins, especially those above MS65, are rare and highly sought after by collectors looking for pristine examples. Proof coins from San Francisco, with their mirror-like finish and razor-sharp details, are especially popular and tend to bring higher prices. Now, let's talk real numbers because that's what you're waiting for. Regular circulated 1973 quarters typically trade at face value, around 25 cents. But uncirculated examples generally sell for anywhere from $1 to $5, depending on their condition and mint mark. Proof coins from San Francisco usually fetch between $5 and $15, with top-quality specimens sometimes commanding even higher prices due to their scarcity and demand among collectors. When it comes to mint errors, things get really exciting. A 1973 quarter with a clear double die error, an off-center strike, or a repunched mint mark can sell for anywhere between $50 to several $100, depending on the rarity of the error and the coin's condition. The rarest and most spectacular error coins, especially those certified by professional grading companies, have even been known to cross the $1,000 mark at auction, making them prized possessions for serious collectors. What makes the 1973 quarter particularly fascinating is its position in history, a coin from an era when the United States was experiencing change, yet still holding on to classic traditions. It's a bridge between the past and the present, a small piece of metal that carries a big story. So next time you're sorting through your coins, take a close look at any 1973 quarters. Examine the mint marks carefully, check for any doubling in the letters or numbers, and look for off-center strikes or doubled mint marks. If you find something unusual, don't dismiss it. It might just be a rare error coin worth quite a bit. To sum it up, most 1,973 quarters in circulation are worth their face value of 25 cents. Uncirculated coins can be worth between $1 and $5. Proof coins from San Francisco often trade for $5 to $15. Mint error coins with double dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks typically sell for $50 to several $100, with the rarest certified error coins exceeding $1,000. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1973 United States quarter dollar, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an exciting coin discovery. Share your 1973 quarter stories or any special finds in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep your eyes sharp, your collections growing, and happy hunting.